Alright everybody, welcome back to another Dragon Ball video here with Chris, and today we're going to be going over a few different cards actually. We've had, I believe Sunday, and we've had some small releases of cards, and I didn't feel like any of them really deserved like their own video. I figured I would just kind of compact them into one, since they were all weekend releases. And going forward, I may end up doing that as well, just for the weekend stuff, just because I don't really think it's necessary to make a video about like 3 particular cards, right? I have to talk for like 10 minutes about them, and I don't think I have that much to say really about certain cards, so we're just going to kind of jam it all into this one video. So yeah, we'll get right here into it. We'll go over the last remaining stuff from the red set. Now this should be just like Machine Mutant cards, I believe, and then probably another few Architect cards for other decks. So we have a Machine Mutant Super Combo here, which is Gyro Guru. 4 or less, draw 1. This is going to be searchable, so it's probably a good card to run in the deck. We have Super Sigma, Combining Warrior. So this is from the last video that I made. We were really looking for some new Super Sigma cards because they didn't show any yet. So we have a 4-drop, barrier blocker. When this card is played, draw 1, choose all your opponent's battle cards, and they get minus 10k for the turn. This is really good. This is really good. It is, I believe you can play it out for 1. I think there's some cards that play out for 1. I think for sure it's probably a 2 cost. But being able to play out a 20k barrier blocker that, you know, just negs everything by 10 and draws you a card, it's a very interesting card to say the least. Activate battle, you choose one Nezi and Bizu and Ribbit from your hand and or battle area. Place them place them in your own drop area, and then place a card from your drop. So this is very cool. Being able to play this out from your drop area makes this card incredibly powerful. Right? This is a card that your opponent can't necessarily plan for, and being able to play from other areas. Take for instance the 5-drop Trunks in black, right? You can play it from your warp when you have 8 or more cards for 2 energy, and it's got deflect. Like that card is incredibly powerful, and we're probably going to start seeing some other cards like this where you can just play them from anywhere, right? We have a Super Sigma I said a super combo Super Sigma, but it's just a skillless, which is still really cool though. I always like the skillless arts, so they're always fun to collect. We have a 1-drop Nezi. I think this is a 1-drop barrier. When it's played, you add a Bizu from your deck or drop area to your hand, and then you can Union Absorb with this in a Ribbit, and you can play out a Super Sigma from your deck or your drop. So this is the card you can play it out for, the Super Sigma card out for 1. And you have the Bizu, which does the same thing, but it just does the, not the same exact thing, but this actually just grabs a Ribbit from your, grabs this guy, from your deck or drop, and then this grabs this, right? And since your leader, you swing and you just play one of these from your hand, and then all of these essentially are cantrips. They're just specific cantrips. You're able to you play that little guy, you grab another guy, and the cycle goes from there, right? And then this one does the same thing, right? Then we have a Ba, friend from planet Vampa. This is interesting, right? So this has just blocker, right? It's weird. I don't know. It's strange to me to give Broly Swap more support. I have a feeling in the future, maybe in the very recent future, we're going to be getting some form of Broly BR support. That, not this necessarily, but just something else. It just kind of shows them, they're like, hey, look, we're going to probably be doing this in the future. So those are all the red cards. Not much to say really about the archetype until I actually make the archetype video, which I'm very excited to make this deck. But this card is obviously the best one out of all of them, and probably one of the best cards in the deck, next to the guy that can remove a battle card from the battle area and put it in your opponent's life. That card's also snapped. Alright, and then we have these here, which we have super combos, and this is really interesting. So we have 6 super combos, all multicolor, and they all have different effects. So we're going to go over those real quick. And also, I'm going to say this now, Bandai, hopefully, maybe someone from Bandai watches these videos. I want you guys to make black multicolor super combos, please. I think that'd be a very cool thing to add to the game, is a black plus whatever color. And then effects like these can go on those cards. It will give black decks something else to do rather than just running Vegeta, right? You took away Bibbidi, or Bobbidi, whichever one it was. Bibbidi, I think. Granted, it needed to, right? But you haven't given us anything else. Like, Vegeta is basically the staple you have to play, and it's very irritating. I don't want to play Vegeta. So give us something else to use. Just saying. Okay, so we have Super Saiyan 2 Kefla, Super Fusion. If your leader is blue or yellow at the end of the battle when this card is used in a combo, choose one of your opponent's battle cards in rest mode and place it at the bottom of the owner's deck. So this is cool for a few different reasons. One, it's a Saiyan and a U6 multicolor, right? So this is searchable. Two different ways to be able to search this card. You have the U6 stuff, and then there's tons of cards that search out Saiyans, right? It's not as good as Zamasu, right? But it is a Saiyan, which is important because if there's ever a deck that, like a blue-yellow deck that you can only run U6 or Saiyan cards, you now have an archetype card, right? Two, this takes place after the battle. So it's not very good, right? If your opponent has a dual attacking card, right, you use this, your opponent's battle card will restand before this actually activates, so you can't even bottom deck the card that's attacking if it has multiple ways of attacking, like triple attack or dual attack or whatever, right? It's kind of bad. Being able to bottom deck other things, it's pretty cool, but it has to be in rest mode, so it's okay. Not my favorite. Zamasu is definitely better. Beer's Motivated Destruction. This one's very interesting. If your leader is red or yellow, when this card is used in a combo from your hand, reveal the top card of your deck and add it to your hand. If the revealed card is red, this card gets 5k power for the battle. If it's yellow, choose one of your opponent's battle cards in rest mode, and it gets minus 5k for the battle. So, it's very interesting because you can... So yeah, this guy actually already spoiled it from what I can see. But so it's a 5k super combo, right? Okay, it's not amazing. It technically will be a 5k combo one of these ways. However, if you don't hit a red and or yellow card, this is a 5 cost combo. Meaning if you run Overwhelm in your deck, that's kind of a problem, right? Now generally with these, you're probably going to be running 49 out of your 50, right, are probably going to be archetype cards, whether they're red or yellow. So you're more likely just going to hit it. Now this guy said here, and I want to see what other people say. So I believe if a card is red and yellow, it will get both of these, right? So it's a 10k, and then you can minus the battle card by 5k. It's not great. Whis is better. Whis is just a better card. But this is cool. This is cool that they're trying something. Now, what's nice about this is you do get the draw, right? You still get a draw, and it doesn't matter what life you're at or sparking or whatever, right? You get the draw regardless. And then you get ether effects if your cards are red and or yellow. So I think it's very cool. But yeah, red and yellow cards should actually get both of these, which is pretty cool because then you can actually, if you're going against a battle card, this would technically be a 15k combo that draws you a card. So, I mean, it has some cool effects, but overall, Whis is just a better card. And the last one is Super Saiyan God Son Goku Magnificent Might. 10k combo. If your leader is red or blue, when this card is used in a combo from your hand, if a red card is in your energy, choose one of your opponent's battle cards or unisons, and it gets minus 5k for the turn. Additionally, if a blue card is in your energy, choose it to one of your opponent's leaders and unisons, and it gets 5k for the battle. So what's cool about this is that this is unfortunately a problem. This is gonna be a problem card for anyone who's not playing red, right? Being able to neg a unison by 5k for the turn is absolutely nuts, right? This is also another reason to play multicolor, right? And this is what a lot of these cards are doing, is you're seeing they're slowly adding, they've been slowly adding multicolor support now for the past few sets in very small waves, so that way it's not super overpowered. But being able to use this as a combo, and then if you just have a red energy, you neg something by 5k for the turn. So this is, a battle card or a unison, right? Making this essentially a 15k combo, right? Then if you have a blue energy, you can neg a Unison or a Leader by 5k for the battle. So if this is against a Unison, this is essentially being a 20k combo, so to speak, right? What's cool is that they don't need to be on either turn. It's just on whatever turn. So if it's on your turn and you're pushing for damage on your opponent's Leader, you can neg them by 5k for the battle, and now now this is a 15k combo. It's not once per turn, nothing like that, right? So this is actually incredibly powerful. But multicolor, having a red and a blue energy in your energy, will make this have 2 different effects, making this by far the best one that's been shown so far. So this card's amazing. Very scary though, very, very scary. We're gonna need to see what blue comes up with. I don't know. I mean, it's probably not gonna make a huge difference when we see the blue cards. Maybe I think it's this week or next week. But this is by far the best out of the 3. So, and the last wave of cards, which was announced today, we have Vegeta, Proud Warrior. If your leader is red or green when this card is used in a combo from your hand, play 1 Cyberman token and it gains 5k. Oh, it's a 5k combo, alright. But it gains unique and blocker for the turn. So this is super good. Super, super good. Yes, this sucks because it's not Vegeta's lineage, and that feels like a weird archetype that they made, and now they're just not really adding support for it, which kind of sucks. But you combo this, and then you can play a Cyberman token, right? So you can keep that on board as a blocker, or you can actually just combo it away, and it has 5k combo power. Essentially making this a 15k combo, right? So what you can actually do is you can combo this, play a token, combo with the token, combo another one of these, play a token. Because it is unique, you can't play multiple tokens, right? But if you can pick them up that way, it's pretty easy. This is essentially you're testing the ops as a super combo. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. This one's right up there with the Goku one as being the best one. Android 17 and 18, team up attack. If your leader's blue or green and it's your opponent's turn, when this card is using a combo from your hand, switch up to one of your blue-green multicolor energy to active mode. So, this is this is also Red Ribbon Army. Something to just keep in mind. This is obviously just support for 16, right? So Android 16 is an archetype that has a lot of conditional stuff that makes it a good deck. However, it's not an amazing deck, right? It is a very interesting deck and can be meta defining, I think, at some point. But currently it's in that same spot as like I would say like Mechagabora is in that same spot right now. Cooler is kind of in that same spot where they have pieces where they can actually perform very well. But you just kind of have to find that right groove, that right pattern in order for the deck to really succeed. But a card like this, the Bionic Strike or whatever it's called, Bionic Blitz, it's a cool card, right? You combo with it, your opponent loses a card from hand, right? But you can probably run a split of these two, because this also gives you the ability to tap out with Android 16 and then restand, essentially have 2 energy on your opponent's turn at all times, one from your Boo Unison and then one from this, right? It also just allows you to extend your defensive plays, right? Like if you have 2 energy up and then you tap 2 to play out the 6 drop to make them drop a card, you can then have this in your back pocket, so then you don't have to demagic sparking or whatever, right? So no, this is incredibly good. I'm scared to see what ends up happening with blue-green. It seems like 16 is just kind of holding the archetype right now. There's some other decks that could end up coming up, which I hope they don't. We've have some ideas of some things that could end up popping up. Hopefully it just stays with 16. I'm trying to be optimistic with that. And the last one is Cell the Awakened. So this is if your leader is green or yellow at the end of the battle, when this card is used in the combo from your hand, play this card from your drop area. So this is very cool. So this is the green yellow version of the Nappa super combo, right? Essentially has 2 different forms of playing now. This is basically a double combo. This is the same exact thing as Nappa, right? Also, this could also be used for Successor. There may be a card you can use for Union Absorbing. This is good for there's a lot of things you can play, man. There's a lot of different things. It's just weird that they gave green and yellow one of these, right? It fits the archetype. It's just weird that, like, as I was reading the card, I'm like, oh wait, it's just Nappa. Okay, so they just reprinted the same effect on a different card. So, so I think overall though, I think Vegeta and this Goku are my favorite. I think both of these cards are incredibly good, very well designed in a sense of having a unique effect to it, right? Like, this is the first time we've seen something like this. Obviously, the other, this guy has it, but this effect here is incredibly powerful, right? Like, this is just a 5K with the potential to be, a 10K. So like, this actually has to work to be a 10K, and then work even harder to be a 15K, right? This is just always a 10K, and this can actually go up to a 20K. So that's really good, right? Now the downside is, like, this one draws you a card, this one does not, right? So like, this is essentially to replace, this will replace your Whis. This actually card would replace Whis as opposed to this one. Problem is that if you're running a rated yellow deck, you can't run this, because obviously, you need the super combo to be red and yellow in order to get the arrival stuff off. You're probably not going to waste this card plus like an ape or something to draw, like a draw ape or something, so that we can play out your one card, right? You're minusing 3 cards to play one. It's just not very good. So yeah, this is definitely by far probably the best one. I think it's close, very, very close second. It's going to be Vegeta, just because this is always a 15K combo. And you have the choice of either making this 15K combo or having this basically stop 2 attacks, because you combo with it to play a token, and then use the token to block, and then you can actually let it die and then play another Vegeta, and then, play a token and then combo with it for 15. Like, you have a bunch of different things that you can do. So that's what I have for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys enjoy these little updates that I do for the reveals. Just trying to, just have some fun, conversation, discussion little videos about the new cards in the set. So look out for, I have the first Patreon content video should be coming out this week. I'm gonna try to finish it tonight. I know WrestleMania is tonight, so I'm gonna see if I can finish it. But the first video is a Mechikabura and Yellow Sin breakdown composition to kind of go over the matchup itself, as well as some deck breakdowns coming out for the first 2 colors, the first 2 leaders in the first color, and that was announced, which is going to be Goku GT, Trunks Pan Goku GT, sorry, and the Machine Mutant archetype. So thank you guys again for watching. Oh yeah, thank you guys also. We did hit 1,300 subs on the channel. I just remembered that. I was gonna actually make a video about it, and completely lost my train of thought there. So thank you guys, for the support. I really, really appreciate everyone who's been supporting the channel, whether you've been here since day one, you just joined a few months ago, maybe you joined a few weeks ago or a few days ago, or maybe a few hours. But I do appreciate all the support, regardless of when you guys decided to join. So thank you guys again for all the support. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.